when you want to talk.
Well, you got the headset on. That's why I don't think you can hear him.
Oh, I can't do it without the headset. I don't have a microphone.
Okay.
All right. Yep. Okay. So we're live if you want to go ahead.
Okay.
I got to mute this.
Good evening, everybody. This calls to order the Groundwater Advisory Committee meeting for tonight on May 16th, 2023. The open meeting of Groundwater Advisory Committee is being conducted remotely pursuant to Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023, an act relative to extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency, signed into law on March 29th, 2023. All members of the Groundwater Committee are allowed and encouraged to participate remotely. The Act allows Groundwater Advisory Committee to meet entirely remotely so long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with deliberations of the meeting. The public is encouraged to follow along with the posted agenda unless the chair notes otherwise. Members of the public who wish to view the live stream of this meeting may do so by going to the Northborough Remote Meetings on YouTube via the link listed on the agenda. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. This meeting will not feature public comment. Confirm the participants of the meeting. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. You go. Go start with Bryant Furman.
Yeah. Get that?
I got that. And where's our other member? Did she disappear? Did she drop off?
She was here. I don't know what happened to her. Diane, yeah. Oh. Okay. She's coming right back. There she is. And so is Sam.
Okay, perfect. Diane, if you can hear us, when I call your name, please respond to the affirmative. Diane Guldner. You're muted.
I'm here.
Thank you, Sam. Diane, can you hear us?
You're muted, Diane.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, I think she said she was here, right? We'll go with that. Ground rules for the meeting. The chair will invite each, oh, sorry, I got one more to do. Staff, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Fred Litchfield, town engineer. And you're muted. You're here, Fred, right? Uh-oh, you're muted, Fred. I wonder if I got a muting problem. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Fred, can you hear me now? You're muted, Fred. I'm gonna go with that.
I can hear you. I'm
Okay.
here.
You're here. All right.
Did you get Diane officially?
I think we did.
Okay.
I think she popped on for a second.
Okay.
Okay.
I heard her.
Excellent.
All right. I
Okay,
guess we're
ground
ready to
rules
start.
for the meeting. The chair will invite each speaker or applicant on the agenda by name to make a presentation and speak to their application. Participants will provide their full name and hold until their name is called. Each speaker is asked to mute their phone or computer when not speaking and to speak clearly and in a way that helps generate accurate meeting minutes. Those responding will be asked to wait until the floor is yielded to them by the chair. Speakers who wish to respond to the comments of others do so through the chair, taking care to identify themselves. Each vote taken by the commission will be conducted by roll call vote. First item on the agenda today is to consider the petition of 78 West LLC for a variance and special permit for multifamily use in groundwater protection overlay district areas 2 and 3, and a special permit to extend a use into a more restricted groundwater protection overlay district by no more than 50 feet. The property is located at 78 West Main Street, map 63. Parcel 55 in the groundwater protection overlay district areas 2 and 3. The applicant, who's going to be representing? Who's going to do the presentation for the applicant?
I will. Barry from WDA Design Group.
Excellent. Well, take it away.
All right. Do you want me to share a screen, or is that going to cause too much heartache?
No, I think we got through all the heartache. So if you want to share your screen, Barry, you go right ahead. If not, I have the plan and can pull up whatever one you want.
Let me try this and see if I get the right plan. Where is that? It is there. There it is. Share. All righty. And
Also, Jake used all my conditioner.
move.
Jake,
Too many things on there. Share. Pause. There we go. Move. Oh. Wrong button. 30. In this project at 78 West Main Street in downtown Westboro is a
Northborough.
redevelopment. Oh, sorry. Bad habit. Thank you.
Oh, you can't
know-
hear.
In Northborough. It is a redevelopment of an existing parcel that currently has a commercial business in it. I believe it's an empty structure at the moment and has been that way for a little bit in the downtown business district. And they propose to turn this back into existing as a two-family dwelling with adding a couple of additions to the back and side. And if that'll let me go that way, I want to go.
I don't know if it'll work with two or not, but
Right.
I don't know if you can hear anything. Come a little closer.
So this is the existing property of 78. You've got a driveway and existing driveway curb cut that comes in.
Hear anything?
I can hear you, Fred.
I'm trying to I'm sorry about that, Barry. I'm trying to connect Brian to another set of headphones to see if he can hear as well.
I understand.
He couldn't hear what was being said. Anything? Say something.
Hello.
No, sorry.
Hello.
You're out. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry about the interruption, Barry, really.
No problem at all. I understand. So the existing property's got a large pavement area that comes out here into the back. Can people see my cursor moving?
Yes.
That comes out to the back. Just beyond that is the existing flagged wetland. And beyond that, another couple 100 feet out is the Cold Brook River. The house on the left side is a hill that follows back to the wetland. There used to be a septic system located on this side of the property, and it's well vegetated with plants and shrubbery and stuff in the front, with walkways and so forth to access the existing commercial building. What we propose to do, if I get to the right page, is our proposal is to remove a lot of the pavement out here in the back, redo the driveway to make it better for designated parking and enough spaces for everybody. We've gone through all that in prior meetings. The existing dwelling as it stands now will primarily stay the same, with two additions, one off the back and one off the western side, with finishing the wraparound porch in the front. For the stormwater and groundwater, our proposal is, starting on the left-hand side, the left addition will gather all its roof infiltration and bring it to a existing dry well, or a new dry well here in the front. Sorry, not existing, but it would be a new one with an overflow pipe that would flow out to the back into a rip-wrapped area and go on its merry way. The house and other addition in the back will also be collected, and primarily all of that stormwater will be collected and into a detention chambers installed in the driveway. And from that overflow will go into a catch basin. The catch basin will primarily catch anything in the paved surface, flow through the catch basin. It'll be a deep sump catch basin as required, with a hood, and then flow from that into a storm scepter or HydroWorks storm treatment unit. And then from there flow over into a forebay of a rain garden. From the rain garden, providing it fills up, will then overflow into the existing wetland that it has been doing for the last couple of decades since this place was built. So there really isn't any primarily any change, other than we are removing a fair amount of bituminous pavement. All the stormwater will be collected and treated prior to any discharge. And in fact, on this particular project, even with the addition of the two additions, but with the removal, we're still taking out about 750 square feet of impervious surfaces. So with that, if there's any questions or any thoughts, I'll go from there.
All right, excellent, thank you. So the impervious area, is it actually increasing though, even though you're taking out that back paved area?
Nope, it's in total, it's decreasing by 750 square
Oh,
feet.
okay. Members of the board, any questions? Is Diane still here? Yeah. Well, I'll take that as no questions. Fred, any comments on this?
Brian tells me he has no questions. We're sitting here together because he was on his way by and didn't think he'd get home in time.
Gotcha.
You have my review memo?
I
Yep,
do.
You don't have it, Anthony?
I have it.
Oh, okay. Are there any questions on there? It was pretty straightforward, but if there are any questions, I can answer them or I can review it if you like.
I don't, and maybe just a top level, it sounds like from what I read is that it's an improvement over what it was. Does that sound about right?
Massive
Yes.
improvement.
Yes, I had a question for Barry earlier today, not so much about the stormwater or the groundwater, but about the sewer line. The plan shows an approximate sewer line, but my DPW has no record of a connection to that building to the sewer. And I'm wondering if that was supposed to be a proposed sewer line.
We're still trying to figure that one out, Fred. So as far as our client is understanding, he's paid a betterment fee. And I guess my question back to you is, when they installed that sewer line, did everybody in front of it get charged a betterment?
Yeah, they get charged a betterment when the sewer goes by, and then there's a connection fee when they connect, but the DPW has no record of the connection ever being made.
Okay.
And I believe the sewer line went back there in the early 90s. I don't know how long Sam has owned the building. I thought it was only a few years, but maybe it's longer than that.
My understanding is as well that it's only been a few years. So I think the understanding was maybe the prior owners had paid the betterment and had made connection, because when you look in there, there's at the cesspool, which is illegal these days anyways.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's flowed in many years. There is an existing pipe that comes out, and we couldn't determine where that pipe was coming out, and the assumption that it had been flowing at one point. So again, an assumption. We can possibly put a camera down and see if it goes anywhere.
Yep.
I was
I'll do a
able
little
to.
more checking with some of the guys who've been around here longer and see if anybody has a record of it. But we
Okay.
have pretty careful water and sewer ties to all the locations in town, and we don't have a tie for a sewer connection.
Understandable.
That doesn't mean it's not there, just means we don't have it.
I
The other
do,
thing that's, go ahead.
Sorry, Fred. I did get from Mr. Carpenter today the CCTV of that line in front, and there is a couple of service laterals left out there, but they're capped at the moment. So I'll forward that along to you. I thought I might have CC'd you this afternoon, but I had to run.
Okay. Just for clarification though, because this is a change of use, our records indicate that at the time the last known use was a commercial use, and you're changing it to residential. So there will be assessments due for both water and sewer as outlined in the letter that I'm going to send you probably tomorrow once we figure out the sewer connection issue.
Sounds good.
The other thing I wanted to point out for the committee and for the applicant is that one of the comments was that an impervious cover calculation sheet shall be submitted and approved by me and kept on file with the building inspector's office. That will allow the rooftop area that contributes to that infiltration system to be subtracted from the impervious cover calculation of the lot, which assists the groundwater and also the impervious cover for the applicant. In the event that he wants to go forward, he might have some more capacity there, but we will need that before you get the occupancy permit, just so we have it on file.
Sounds good. And we did your other two comments in there as far as the permeability test and so forth. I could have sworn those were in the report. We did do those. For the middle one, the test pit that we did over the top of or near the existing cesspool got very, very deep before we hit any kind of evidence of groundwater. So we couldn't get down in there for safety reasons to do a permeability test. So.
Okay, well, maybe we can do something in the future. I don't know. I guess I didn't catch them as permeability tests, but I did see that you had soil logs. I wasn't sure if there was also permeability tests done along with anything
We did have
else.
Yankee testing out there and
Okay.
did one.
All right.
Out in the middle of the
I'll
park.
check the file. I'll check the file again and make sure that the ZBA is aware of that next week when we meet.
Sounds good.
I don't have any other questions. Fred, are you, anything else?
Nope, I'm pretty good. I believe that Lori Connors was speaking to Marshall Gould today about some other questions to be addressed next week at the ZBA meeting, but we are, as far as I know right now, scheduled to go before the ZBA next week at 6 o'clock on Tuesday, the 23rd.
Okay. And Diane, I didn't hear, did you have any other questions?
I don't, can you hear me?
Yes, it
Yes.
can now.
Okay, no,
Okay. Okay, well, with that, can I get a motion? Should the SPGA, the Special Permitting Granting Authority, approve this application, we'd like them to consider the conditions and recommendations submitted by the town engineer. Is that close enough, Fred?
Yep. In the letter dated, whatever the date was, yesterday. Whatever the date, if you could reference the date of the
15th.
letter.
May
15th.
15th.
Yeah. Yep, the letter dated May 15, 2023 from Fred Litchfield, town engineer. So I know Brian can't hear me. Diane, you want to make just move that?
second,
Okay,
No,
just say moved.
okay, moved,
Okay, and can I get a second? Excellent. This goes by a roll call vote. Diane Gilder,
yes,
Bryant,
Aye.
okay, and Anthony is an aye.
all right. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
I will send you a copy of the letter that goes from the committee to the ZBA, Barry and company. It will look very similar to the one that you got today
Sounds good.
or yesterday.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Where did I put my? Give me 1 second, Anthony.
You bet.
Did you want to go over the minutes, Anthony, or do you want to put them off? Do you have time? Did everybody look at them?
Yeah, did everybody read the minutes?
yes,
minutes. Brian says they're fine.
Okay,
I agree.
okay. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes of February 23rd, 2023?
So moved.
Second,
You gonna do a vote?
did I get a second? Sorry. All right, excellent. This is a roll call vote. Bryant,
Aye.
Diane,
Yes,
and Anthony. Anthony, and an I as well. Okay, I think
And
that's
then,
all we have for it, isn't it?
The only other thing is, if we need to meet next month, it would be on June 13th. That's second Tuesday.
Okay,
Uh,
and is that if, I mean, so we're just waiting for the AG at this point, right? And
Yeah,
that could take some time.
we are. My expectation is that we will not hear from the AG's office till the end of the summer, perhaps September or even October. Last year, the letter
Okay.
that we got back from them was October 3rd, I think. So my only concern is that if the SPGA were to grant or deny a project and either the applicant or an abutter wanted to appeal, while we're in this transition, they might say, we didn't follow the processes outlined in the bylaw. So,
Right.
so that's why we'll make a recommendation and the SPGA can do with it what they will, as they always do. And we'll at least have it on record that we made a recommendation and we followed the bylaw as it currently stands. If the AG's office approves the article as approved at town meeting, then you'll no longer have to meet at that time.
What's the date for the next one?
It would be the second Tuesday in June, which would be the 13th.
June 13th, okay. Excellent. All right, well, I would just like to say, now, Fred, how long are you going to be around?
My last day is supposed to be June 30th.
June 30th, okay. Well, I would just like to say, Fred, congratulations on retiring and thank you for all the years of service. You've been a very awesome resource for the town. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Anthony. I appreciate the kind words. They're very nice to hear. It's really been a pleasure working here for what I never envisioned would be 25 years when I started out. So, but time flies.
Yeah, it
you
does.
do it too.
Thank you.
All right. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
A second?
Second.
The roll call vote. Diane?
Yes.
Bryant? We are through. All right, everybody.
All right. Good night. Thank
Good
you
night,
for your
everybody.
patience. And sorry about all the technical difficulties. Who knew it could be this complicated to hold a meeting? All right. Good
Good night,
night.
everybody. Bye.
Good night.